Did you know the Mona Lisa almost vanished during World War II? That's right. One of the most iconic paintings in the world came dangerously close to being lost forever. But how did this happen? And who ensured her survival? Stick around, because this story involves secret missions, unlikely heroes, and a plot so dramatic it could be straight out of a spy thriller. The tale begins in 1939, just as the winds of war were sweeping across Europe. Adolf Hitler's thirst for conquest was matched only by his obsession with art. He dreamed of amassing a colossal collection for his planned Führer Museum in Linz, Austria. To achieve this, the Nazis looted artworks from all over Europe, targeting everything from priceless sculptures to delicate paintings. But among the treasures they coveted most, the Mona Lisa. By this time, the Louvre was well aware of the looming threat. The museum's curators had lived through World War I, and they knew all too well the devastation war could bring. So, as tensions escalated, they made a bold decision: evacuate their most precious artworks before it was too late. Picture this. In the dead of night, teams of museum workers hurriedly removed masterpieces from the walls of the Louvre. Paintings were carefully unframed, sculptures wrapped in protective materials, and each piece was meticulously catalogued. The Mona Lisa, however, required special attention. Her fame made her a prime target, and her delicate condition, painted on a thin poplar panel, meant she had to be handled with extraordinary care. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The Mona Lisa didn't just have one hiding spot during the war. She had several. Her journey reads like a suspenseful game of cat and mouse. In September 1939, she was placed in a custom-made case designed to protect her from vibrations and temperature changes. This case was so advanced for its time, it's often compared to a portable vault. Her first stop was the Château de Chambord, a sprawling Renaissance castle nestled in the Loire Valley. This location was chosen for its remote setting and thick walls, which offered some protection against potential bombings. But as the war progressed and the Nazis pushed deeper into France, Chambord became too risky. The Mona Lisa had to move again. This time, she was transported to the Château d'Amboise, another historic castle, and later to the Château de Louvigny. Each move was shrouded in secrecy, with only a handful of people knowing her exact location. Imagine the tension. Armed convoys traveling through war-torn landscapes, each one carrying a treasure that, if discovered, could be lost forever. But why go to such extraordinary lengths for one painting? What is it about the Mona Lisa that inspires such devotion? Some say it's her enigmatic smile. Others point to Leonardo da Vinci's masterful technique. Whatever the reason, she's more than just a painting. She's a symbol of human creativity and resilience. Losing her would have been a cultural catastrophe. By 1942, France was fully occupied by the Nazis, and the risk of discovery was greater than ever. The Nazis, led by Hitler's art advisor, Hermann Göring, were relentless in their pursuit of stolen treasures. French resistance fighters played a crucial role in keeping the Mona Lisa safe, often using coded messages and diversion tactics to mislead the enemy. It was a dangerous game, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. One of the unsung heroes of this story is Jacques Jojard, the director of the Louvre. Jojard was instrumental in orchestrating the evacuation and concealment of thousands of artworks, including the Mona Lisa. A master of deception, he managed to stay one step ahead of the Nazis at every turn. His courage and cunning earned him the respect of his peers, and a place in history as the man who saved the Louvre's treasures. By the time the war ended in 1945, the Mona Lisa had traveled over 1,000 miles and been hidden in at least 6 different locations. When she finally returned to the Louvre, it was a moment of triumph not just for France, but for the world. Her survival was a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the lengths we're willing to go to protect our cultural heritage. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. Imagine if the Mona Lisa had been lost or destroyed during the war. How different would our world feel without her enigmatic gaze? Art has a unique ability to connect us to the past, to each other, and to something greater than ourselves. Protecting it isn't just about preserving history. It's about safeguarding the soul of humanity. So what do you think? Would you have risked everything to save the Mona Lisa? Let us know in the comments. And if you're as fascinated by history's hidden stories as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because who knows what other incredible tales are waiting to be uncovered.